starshine lights my way to bed. Magic rainbows glisten in my head. Just like a child I live in Wonderland. All my dreams are coming true.
Hi, and welcome to Handmade by Ditsy Tulip. I'm Mel and thanks for stopping by. In today's video I'm going to share my latest make, which you can see just hanging up in the background here, which I absolutely love. This is fabric that's been gifted to me by the lovely Pin and Sew UK, and they've also given me a discount code that I can share with my channel. So if you watch till the end, I'll tell you what the discount code is, where you'll be able to get 20% off everything in store, and that's valid until midnight next Saturday, which is the 8th of February. So what I want to do is tell you a little bit about this fabric and the pattern that I've used. I've not put it on at the moment because I want to show you some of the construction, but then what I will do is I'll slip it on to show you what it looks like being worn as well. But I absolutely love how this has turned out. It's such a elegant but easy to wear dress. So the pattern is the Wardrobe by Me Wonder dress. I'll put some video or a picture in so you can see what the pattern is like. And I was stuck between two patterns for this fabric, the Wonder dress and the closet case. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll put a picture in, like the maxi dress. I was stuck between those two, and I put a poll up on Instagram and asked people to vote for which one they think I should make, and this one was the strong winner with 76% of votes, hence it being made up last night. And I'm really pleased that I made this dress up because I think this is super wearable across many different seasons. So I think it'll be perfect for spring, but I actually will also wear this in perhaps winter with some boots or some thick tights. So I think because of the style of dress this is, I'll get a lot more wear out of this than I would have with the closet case. So thank you for everybody who voted over on Instagram. The pattern was really quick and easy to put together. I made this last night. I'd already got the pattern pieces cut out, and it perhaps took me 4 hours or something like that to construct. And there's nothing overly complicated with it. It's quite simple, apart from when I came to attach the bodice to the skirt. That was the only bit that had me kind of scratching my head a bit, but I think I've worked out what I'd done wrong, so I'll share that in a little bit more detail shortly. But what I really like about this is the simple wrap shape, but also it's kind of self-faced, so you've not got any stitch line over the front there. You've kind of fold the pattern piece once you've cut it out, and that kind of self faces it. What I would perhaps do next time, I hadn't realised that that's how it was going to come together, so the edge of the fabric there is unfinished, so what I would perhaps do is use the overlocker or something along the edge of the pattern piece before I constructed it next time. But it's jersey, so it's not going to fray or anything like that anyway. This was my first time ever making a panelled skirt. Do you call them godets or something like that? I can't remember. But the skirt has got a lovely lot of fullness to it because you've got a centre front and a centre back panel, but then you've also got the, hopefully you can see there, the side panels as well, which I've just constructed using the overlocker. So that means that you haven't got any bulk at the waist, but it opens out at the bottom like a circle skirt. So yeah, really nice shape, and it makes it really flattering around the tummy area as well, because you've kind of got this panel. It's hard to see on camera, but you've got the panel at the front there. Apologies if you can see a tiny bit of yellow there, it's just some chalk lines from when I was planning out whether I'd got enough fabric, so that will wash out once I wash it. So you've got the tie waist, which wraps around the back and fastens through a slot at the side there. But the skirt doesn't wrap because it's so stretchy. It does kind of slip over your head without the skirt being a wrap. It is a full skirt. You've got different options in relation to sleeve length. You can make this sleeveless, you can make it short sleeves, you can make it elbow length sleeves, which is what I've done. You can make it kind of 3/4 sleeves, or you can make it full length. I did want to make 3/4 length sleeves, but I didn't have enough fabric, so I did have to opt for the elbow sleeves. But I really like that length anyway, because I've got my tattoos on the inside of my arm there, so if I've got kind of elbow length, it doesn't cover up the tattoos, so I do like that length anyway. This fabric is absolutely beautiful. I'll bring it in close to show you in a second, but it's really light. It's a linen jersey, so it's kind of got that slubbiness that linen has got, which makes it feel really nice and textured, and it's super comfortable to wear and really soft and drapey. So I will insert a little bit of video so you can see what this is like whilst I'm walking, so you can kind of see how it flows, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It was really good to work with. I just cut it out with normal pins and scissors. I stitched it, some parts directly on the overlocker and some parts I stitched with the sewing machine with a narrow zigzag stitch, depending on which areas of the dress I was constructing. But really happy with this fabric, and it's such a gorgeous colour, a colour that I found is really my colour as well. I mean, I'll put it on in a second to show you, but I think this is a really nice colour for my colouring, which is great. So let me go and slip this dress on then, so as I can show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'll show you what this looks like on. So as I say, I absolutely love this colour. It's a little bit more lilac-y than pink, and I very much wear pinks at the moment, but this one's kind of got tones of lilac in it, and I'm really happy with this colour. I think I'll definitely look to buy some other things in this colour. I think it's quite flattering. I really like the shape of the bodice on the dress, so if I stand up you can see. So it kind of wraps around at the front. I've got the elbow length sleeves, and then the belt wraps around the back. As I said, with the skirt, you've got the seam lines that run down the centre front and the centre back, and then you've got the panels at the side, which gives it a nice amount of fullness and lots of swoosh. Now, the one thing that did go wrong in construction, as I said earlier, was the waistband, and I got a little bit confused. It's the first time I've ever sewn anything wrap. I've never made a wrap top really, or a wrap dress where it's kind of a proper wrap mechanism. I've only kind of done fake wraps where it's shaped like that, but then it's just stitched at the side. So the wrap top is, the bodice is a pure wrap, but then you kind of stitch some of it together so that you can then attach it to the skirt, and I found it really confusing as to where the wraps go over one another at the front, and what it's resulted in is a slight mishap on the seam there. So it's not noticeable when the belt is over it, but that is something that I'm not happy with, so I will unpick that and find out what's happened and restitch it. But I wanted to show you what I'd done before I made the correction. And when I studied the pattern, I think where I've gone wrong is it's got small seams. It's only got 1/4 inch seams, and you can see this is the front bodice. I find it really difficult to kind of know which bit is which, but the belt attaches to this bit here, and you can see there's a mark there which says it's centre front, and then you've got the notch. Now I just cut a small notch because I thought, well, it's a 1/4 inch seam, but what I actually think that you need to do is cut a large notch, so then when you're adding the belt and sewing it together, you can kind of fold it out of the way. So that is your seam line, those are your bits that join together, but where the belt is, you can keep that loose and it doesn't get caught up in the sewing machine. Whereas I think because I've only cut a small notch, a bit of the belt has then caught in that seam line, which is causing that puckering. I think that's where I've gone wrong, so as I say, I'm going to have a go at unpicking that and see if I can sort it out, but I'll definitely be more careful when I next make this. And I also hadn't noticed this centre front mark here, so that really would have helped me a lot if I'd have noticed that, because then that would have shown me where to overlap the two front bodice pieces. So yeah, I think it's my bad. I didn't transfer the pattern markings as I should, and I don't think I cut the notches deep enough. It doesn't explain anything in the instructions about cutting deep notches and kind of holding the fabric out of the way. I think it kind of assumes that you already know that, but as I say, I've never done this kind of pattern before, so I hadn't realised until it was too late, really. But other than that, I'm really pleased with how it's turned out, and I will definitely make more versions. I may well size down next time. I have found I've had to wear kind of a bra that's got lots of padding in it, because naturally I really am quite flat chested, and although I could wear it, I'd perhaps have to put a little pin or something like that to stop me from flashing my modesty. So I think next time, if I wanted a version that I could wear with kind of an unpadded bra, then I would size down a little bit as well, so that that's a little bit of a tighter fit. One final thing I want to show you before I share that discount code, I mustn't forget to do that, is the label that I'm going to add, and how well this is going to match. So these are some really cute little labels I've made using up fabric scraps, and I've cut out a design on the Cricut machine, and I'm actually going to be listing some of these for sale. I've got a few different designs, so I'll do a video to share them, but at the moment I'm just testing, so I'm washing. I've made one up which is like a test, and I'm running it through the washing machine loads of times so that I can check they do kind of wash without the vinyl coming off, and so far I'm on wash 12 and there's no sign of anything peeling or anything like that, which is great, but I want to be thorough with that. But I thought I'd share it with you, so let me just show you. So I thought this colour goes really, really well. Obviously it's going to be on the inside, not on the outside, but that's the design that I've done. So I've used up little scraps of fabric, fully lined them, so it's lined at the back, and then done that really cute design using the Cricut machine. So I'll keep you posted about these. I'll share, like I say, the full designs, and once I've tested them and I know that they do wash okay, I'll let you know when I've got them listed for sale. Not sure if this will come out right. I've just realised I did forget to share the code, so I will need to edit that out and edit this bit back in. So, as I said at the beginning, this code will get you 20% off everything in the Pin and Sew UK store. So the fabrics, any accessories, any patterns, and it's valid until midnight on the 8th of February. And the code is handmade20. So if you use that code at checkout, that will give you 20% off your order. So happy shopping. So that's it. That's all I wanted to share. Have a wonderful week, whatever you're up to, and I will see you very soon. Bye.
All my dreams are humming.